Hey! Wow, dang, Foxen. You did not hesitate to get here. What's up? And thank you for the fanfare. Oh, I can kind of see what that emoji is now. It's the little, like one of those poppers, except with the Twitch symbol. I don't know what I thought it was before, but it looked kind of like jelly. What's up, Pannery? And String. Man, the whole party's here. So this is The Void Rains Upon Her Heart. It's a fun little indie game. This was actually sent to me by the developer Veral Games. Veral. It was close. And it's fun. I've played it a little bit. I'll just start it from the beginning just so that we can kind of get a sense of like the progression of the game. So it's essentially a bullet hell with some kind of roguelike-ish, RPG-ish elements. Maybe RPG is more appropriate because the idea is you go through these challenges and it's basically a boss rush meets bullet hell. Apparently I got a lot of rewards. So there's a story mode, and there are two different, I think there's a bunch of modes. And so the idea is you go through and you fight these monsters, you kind of learn their secrets, and you're fighting them to, I think, well, the story will explain it, so I'll let it speak for itself. But as you beat them, you acquire more stuff, and you can kind of like get more perks as you play. This is a story of a young Zareden woman. She lived in a cave far away from anyone. She was so pale and ugly. Nobody loved her. She was all alone, except for the monsters. She could not leave her cave for long. The monsters would find her. She deserved to live in that hole. She could not escape. She just wanted to fly away, but her deformed wings were useless. She should have just given up. But she would not give up. She had found the ultimate power. She could love those monsters. Love them until they loved her too. Chapter 1. I like the modesty blurs. Yeah, me too, honestly. I mean, even with the modesty blurs off, it really doesn't, like, reveal anything that... I mean, on Twitch, like, you know, you never know if it could... It's like right on that line, right? Where it's like, well, it could be too far, but it also is probably not, but you never know. Okay, so, Fear the Unknown. So this is a monster I haven't fought yet. One Panic. I have no idea what this is. Oh, I think this is one of the potential rewards. Hello there, little robot. Hello, young Zaradan. This unit is programmed to provide information to anyone who might need it. Okay, what do you have for me? This unit will now explain how to love the monsters. That is perfect. I was just wondering about how to do that. When encountering a monster, love bullets will automatically fire from your heart. You mean metaphorically? No, these words are literal. Oh. Suggestion, use these love bullets to make the monsters love you. That makes sense, I guess. Those monsters will try to attack your heart. However, they can only hurt you if they hit the core of your heart. The core of your heart is the small circle at the center of your heart. Are you saying that my heart has a heart? Precisely. This unit will now explain how to use your abilities. Hold X to charge up more powerful love bullet. Hold A to activate focus. Focus slows down your movement speed and helps you dodge between attacks. Press B to unleash panic attack. Panic attacks are limited, but they can be used to nullify any attack. Thank you, little robot. I didn't realize love could be so powerful. Suggestion, use these abilities to make the monsters love you. That was the plan. That sounds a little strange, but I think I get what you mean. Now I have something to tell you. I love you. This unit is experiencing a sudden rise in temperature. Alert, alert. This unit predicts a high probability of success with the monsters. Yeah. It's part of her alien physiology. Okay, so I think for the most part, charging attacks only really is valuable if you are unable to hit the opponent, but I think ultimately you'll do more damage if you just kind of like let the bullets do their thing, which I think is nice because it allows you to kind of just focus on the bullet patterns themselves and, you know, do what must be done to convince these monsters to love you. And I'm definitely not the best at bullet hells, but I do enjoy my fair share of them. I just realized now, too, how difficult it's going to be to read the comments while I'm mid-fight. But I'll make sure I go through things in between every battle. But how are you folks doing? What's today, Wednesday? Nothing crazy happens on Wednesdays, right? So each of these monsters sort of have like parts that tend to break off, and I think yeah, I think they all kind of follow that same design pattern. I didn't play a ton of this, I just kind of played enough to get a sense of how the game works. Bam! Love at first shot! Oh god, it's only Wednesday. If you don't declare heart attack every attack, you aren't doing it right. I feel like heart attacks are not things to strive for, but at the same time, neither are panic attacks, so who am I to judge? Oh, this is what it is. Okay, so fighting monsters of a certain type will kind of rank up your, I guess, your potency against them. So I think when you go back, so the expectation is you're going to die. But when you come back, you'll burn through those monsters faster and kind of get to a farther part sooner. Little robot, one of the monsters loves me now. She even gave me something. This object appears to be a gift. This unit will now explain monster gifts. Monsters will give you gifts when they are loved. These gifts will power up your heart. All gifts will automatically take effect when you receive them. My heart does feel stronger now. Sometimes monsters will have extra gifts to give you. However, they may not part with these so easily. You may have to clear a special challenge to persuade them into giving you their extra gifts. I guess I'll just have to love them even more. There will be a preview of each monster's gifts before selecting one to love. Suggestion: carefully examine the gifts that each monster will give you before choosing which one to love. This unit has determined by your expression that this phrasing was insensitive. This has been noted for future reference. It's okay, little robot. I love you. This unit is experiencing a sudden rise in temperature. I cannot keep doing this. Your power has grown indeed. Alright. So love any monster for the first time. A new song can be played in the music room. Oh, okay. So they give you aesthetic rewards too, which I'm definitely always fond of. I'm kind of getting a Loot Rascals vibe from this. Kinda. I mean, like, that's sort of where the roguelike-ish, you know, like, randomized nature of it kind of comes from. But I think that's about the extent of that parallel, I'd say. Although, I mean, at least there's a lot of, like, discovery in terms of, like, you know, figuring out how cards work and what each monster has. And I guess this one has the card thing going on, too. Difference here, though, is that the cards are more about which monster you choose to fight. Oh, that was silly of me. Rather than your equipment. Although it does sort of determine what things you'll get. So I get where you're coming from on that, Henry. So this guy's tough because, well, obviously because it splits, but it always catches me off guard when they split. If they're moving to the right of the screen, they'll always start moving to the left after they split. It always catches me by surprise. I think in the playthrough I did, I think I got to Act 2. I could be wrong. I think I at least unlocked the second mode, which I had not played yet. Oh boy. It's okay. He's almost dead. The challenge here, though, is I don't think I recover my health in between rounds. I think I recover a little bit based on my performance, or maybe based on the rewards that the monsters give you, but it's definitely not a full bill of health. I definitely get that out of the quirky presentation. Love note, heart rate, plus 1.2. This is a gift. I love that monster. Level 2 monster did not panic. Oh, I get points for not using panics. That's kind of nice. Bam! Let's go all in. Level 3. So it usually gives you the chance of choosing... Oh, I haven't seen this guy yet. That's a bad sign for me. So that usually gives you the option of, do you want to fight, you know, sort of the current ranged level, or do you want to kind of scale things up and choose a higher level monster? The payoff is pretty obvious. It's that you just get better loot and you rank up faster. So if you can survive, which I think the enemy design in general, it's not punishing, like it's not like an RPG, right, where you're inevitably going to get hit and that damage just naturally scales and there's nothing you can do. This one, since it's so skill-based, you know, if you can, you know, survive longer, then there's nothing really stopping players from choosing higher level difficulties. And that's one thing that I really like about the design of this game, because it encourages, the RPG elements work in tandem with the skill-based stuff, and doesn't really hold you back. And I think that's a really important choice. Yeah, she will not give up. Blank canvas, faster charged attacks. Yes. I don't remember what I used karma for. Little robot, the monsters really love me. I feel so loved right now. This unit is feeling immense joy for the young Zaradan. This unit has also acquired new information for you. Okay, I'm listening. This unit will now explain karma. Oh, well, speak of the devil. Monsters will give you karma when they are loved. Having karma increases the chance of receiving better gifts from monsters. Having karma also increases the chance of having multiple monsters to choose from. Loving higher level monsters will often result in more karma. Suggestion, always choose the higher monster in order to maximize karma. That might be a little hard to do. Update, it occurs to this unit that you may not have fully developed your skill yet. It is true that loving stronger monsters will result in more karma and thus better gifts. However, loving stronger monsters will also lead to higher level monsters in future stages. Likewise, loving weaker monsters will lead to lower level monsters in future stages. Suggestion, ignore the previous suggestion. Revised suggestion, always choose your battles carefully. So I have control over how tough the battles get. Precisely. There's only one thing I have to say about that. I love you. At this rate, this unit will have to install a new cooling fan. Is there any disincentive to not pick the higher enemy, like race against time or missing enemies? I mean, ultimately I think it's difficulty threshold, and they kind of said that too. But if you can survive longer, then you get better loot, so it kind of like feeds into itself. You will not give up. In story mode, start a battle with 4 health or less and win. Nice. Oh, hey. And complete chapter 1 in any single story run. Okay, so maybe I got a little further than chapter 1. Maybe I got up to chapter 3. And you can see it up at the top, too. So it's 3 battles per chapter with 1 final battle. Oh, that's right. I remember this guy. So basically, this is the body, but it's gonna keep spitting out these goons, and if I don't take care of them, I pretty much just slowly get swarmed. Oh, it looks like it does deal damage though to the main health bar, which I didn't realize. So that's kind of nice. So fighting those little spawned guys are not a waste of time. goodness. Oof. Yeah, this is where things get risky. Can I at least... there we go. I could have used a panic attack too to survive that, but I thought I was fine. Her heart was broken, but it was not the first time.
There are so many cracks in it. Nobody could love such an ugly heart.
But she would repair it again. She always did. Womp womp, I suffered a heartbreak. Ooh, so limited amounts of fight, so you can get under-leveled. I think that's kind of the idea. I have no idea. I've never seen the final boss, so I have no clue if that's like a scalable fight also. Wake up, young Zardan. This unit has acquired new information for you. Trees can be scary. Huh? I'm awake. Oh, sorry, little robot. What are you doing here? This unit has acquired new information for you. Okay, what is it? This unit will now explain how to gather tetrids. Each type of monster will drop a certain color of tetrid motes when they are loved. Example, monsters of the viral type will always drop purple motes. Tetrids will form when many motes of the same color are gathered together. That is wonderful, but what do I do with those? This unit will now explain how to radiate gifts. When a monster gives you a new gift, it will be added to the gifts menu. At this point, you will still forget that particular gift every time you wake up. I am having trouble remembering things. If you have enough of the correct tetrids, then you can radiate a gifts card in the gifts menu. The resulting flash shall burn the memory of the gift into your brain permanently. Shiny, burn, got it. This unit will now explain how to radiate monsters. When you love any new monster, it will be added to the monsters menu. If you have enough of the correct tetrids, then you can radiate a monster's card in the monster menu. The resulting flash will burn many details about the monster into your brain permanently. The resulting flash should also fully wake the young Zaradan. I'm awake. Hey, little robot, where are you getting this advice from? This unit has always had this information in her memory. This unit is programmed to dispense information at the optimal time. And you choose to wake me up and tell me now? That is correct. Thank you. I like waking up early. This unit was afraid she had upset you. Of course not. I love you. This unit will now collapse into flames. Okay, cool. So that's how those level things work. Okay, so heavy rain, clear light rain to unlock. So I think this is really just an indication of how difficult it is. Kind of liked this guy, but I'll see what this level 2 one is. Oh, it's... maybe this one's a little different. Yeah. So it's cool. I mean, at this point, this is the basic idea of the game. But I like the combination of, you know, bullet hell meets RPG meets boss rush. And, like, more and more boss rushes are, like, I think, just so much fun because, honestly, that's usually the most interesting part of the more, like, mainstream games anyway. It harkens back to, things like Titan Souls for me. Dodge these little meteorites. Yeah. It's so crazy too how with some of these battles it's like, oh, I'll be totally fine, you know, like no damage taken and there will be 0 issues and, well, speak of the devil. But then all of a sudden, all at once, I'll just like get pummeled to death. Wish I could give my 100% focus having to balance you and finishing up this tiny thing. So missing the dialogue. Oh, you're fine. I mean, if you really don't want to miss out, you should pick up the game yourself. Hey, there you go. This gift is for you. Warm Paint. Burn defense +2, heal 25%. That's nice. So the tetrads are really the thing that persists between runs. It's the karma that doesn't. Oh, yeah, look at that. Okay, so at least they let you see all the things that are going on. I feel like this does a good job at understanding what makes bullet hells fun too. There's a lot of bullet hells out there that just, there's too much RNG and just like too much of a hailstorm of things to dodge. And I'm sure this game gets there too, but it relies a lot on very predictable patterns that if you just pay attention, it starts getting a lot easier to just predict how things are going to work out. That paired with like the general game feel is pretty solid. Being able to, you know, tightly maneuver between sweeping just mounds of bullets is so important. And if, like, you know, say the movement controls were really clunky, those games just fall apart real quick. These little bits that break off throw me off a lot too, because it feels like they're a projectile that I need to dodge. And they kind of fix that by graying them out and making them a little less saturated. But I don't know, that doesn't do much for me. But maybe that's because I'm not so good at seeing color. Yes. My heart couldn't take this game. So, also, air guitar. Maybe that's what I'll make my thing if I ever get, like, what is it on Twitch? Bits? The little donation things. I'll just, like, jam out on air guitar. Yeah, I'm gonna go with this guy again. We haven't learned everything about him either. Although I know this is the one that kind of wrecked me last time, so this time I should not be a scrub and just not get hit. Yeah, this game was actually sent to me back when we were still running GDPG, and I was set up and ready to stream this and everything, and we're probably going to do an episode or so on the actual show. But since the show got canceled, I was like, well, I know that my stream isn't super big or anything, but, you know, I kind of felt like I enjoyed this game, and I kind of wanted it to get a little bit of love. So, streaming this is like the least I could do. And especially like Indie Wednesdays, since it's going to be a regular thing, I'm trying to play a different indie game every week, unless there's one that really particularly catches me or, you know, you guys, which very likely could happen with Minute, but who knows. I'm just excited to get my hands on that game. You guys can't get me. I'm too good. Don't touch my heart's heart. Instead, I'll hit you with my hearts. Bullet hearts. So one of the interesting things, I think, in terms of how the devs sort of, I guess, promoted the game slash described the game, was they were comparing it to Undertale, which I kind of see what they were getting at in terms of like the emotional tones, but it's such a wildly different game that it's such an interesting thing to compare it to. But I guess in terms of theming, it kind of reads similarly. I need to actually sit down and play Undertale instead of just watching Let's Plays of it, though. Well, I only got hit once. It could be worse. Let's streaming this is like GDPG, the redemptioning. I mean, I'm glad it feels that way. Double time, heart rate, and speed up. Nice. Toxic defense +2, heal +25. Or, oh, I guess that just means I heal 25% right then. Which, that makes sense. That's kind of nice. Let's do it, level 5. I ain't afraid of shit. I may have made a bad choice. Oh, I can't stop that. Oh, this is kind of fun, though.
Oh boy.
Yeah, this is where things get tight.
Oh, that was tough.
Honestly, these scatter shots aren't so bad. It's those vertical ones that really throw me for a loop. Especially when they layer up like that. Ooh. Just keeping an eye on where the boss is like... That's the tough part. There we go. Ooh! I was not expecting that. Okay, here we go. Yeah, that's the interesting thing about this style of design too, is you know, the first time you fight a boss, you're not gonna really know what their patterns are. And Cuphead was a lot like this too, where it's like, you know, you're probably gonna die just because you just don't really know what to expect. And you know, obviously, if you're lucky enough, you kind of have the time to react fast enough to work around that lack of expectation. But aside from the game just kind of being nicer to you as you like rank up and boy, and you know, you get all the gifts that make you better, you just sort of naturally get better at the game as you go through each loop. Say it's more of a Kirby clone. I'm the dev, by the way. Well, hey, thanks for jumping in the stream. Hey, we're having fun with heart attacks. Yeah. Okay. So I actually know. Oh, and when these bosses come back too, when they're at higher levels, I think they change up a lot of their attacks, or maybe new things are added to it. Oh, I should not do that. That's what I need to not do. Just break those. Everything's fine. It's all fine. Everything here is dandy. I like the bullet patterns too. I feel like there's so many bullet hells out there that just, you know, throw just a total nonsense pattern of bullets at you. And like even if it's spread enough for you to kind of jump between the bullets, I think it's just more interesting if the bullet patterns have more intent behind them, which just in general makes for more interesting boss designs. It's in this case, it's like the bosses feel so much. Oh boy, the bosses just feel so different from one another because of that. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, that was just a flop on my part. As long as I don't die. That's all I gotta do is not die. Oof. Oof. I'm really bad about not breaking those orbs, though. Oh, oh, oh. Everything's fine. Everything is great. Well, I guess those things break no matter what. I just might break them preemptively, which maybe is a better thing now that I think about it. Yes! Ooh, Chris, you now have my undivided attention. May God have mercy on your heart. Thank you. I need that. Ooh, elation. Electric heart shots. Whoa. Some nice karma, too. Alright. I think I should not push my luck and hit level 7, so instead I'm going to go with this guy that I have not seen yet. It's all about hitting them and not being hit, bud. Ah. Oh, no.
I'm sure this is gonna be fine.
Ooh. Okay, so this one has more distinguishable parts. I wonder if I break... Whoa! Ah! Well, there goes that. Hey, I wonder if I had broken her, her hand or something, if that would have changed the attacks that she would have been able to use. She would repair again. She always did. Alright, back into it. Do all the normal stuff. Chapter 1, Among the Petals. Easy peasy. This is definitely one of those games too where it's like, it's a very short gameplay cycles, which makes it that much easier to just kind of like keep jumping in and out. So it's like you play and you die, and you're like, oh man, I feel like I could have done better. So that just sort of makes it that much easier to jump back in and just play some more, and then suddenly hours have passed and you're just like,
maybe I shouldn't have played so much.
I like that design though. I feel like it's nice for people with short, narrow gaps in their schedules, but also nice for people that have a lot of time and can just like sit through multiple gameplay cycles.
Oh, I've made poor choices. I've made really poor choices.
Oh, that's the other thing. So there's a bit of a combo thing going on. If you notice that the health bar at the bottom of the screen, the white is the combo, and I think there are some things that benefit when you rack up higher combos. Can't believe someone has like 40 hours in this other than me. I mean, to me, I'm not too surprised. I feel like there's a lot of like fun to just keep going through multiple times, especially because each monster has, you know, some variance with each of their different levels. For people like me, that gets me coming back for more every time. Ooh, okay, combo over 25% of the boss bar to get this. Okay, so that's where combos start to come into play. She loves me not. She destroys the flower. Combos on some enemies are definitely tough though. I feel like this one should be pretty doable to get 25%, but some of them just jump around so much that it's like, there's no hope. Unless you're some kind of master. I like this one. I feel like having that kind of duality of the vertical projectiles and the horizontal ones is just like, it's simple, right? But it works really well when it comes to, you know, the challenge really being how much can the player retain in everything that's going on around them. And as soon as you get overly complex, that's when people just unfocus and just kind of watch exactly where they are and stop focusing on everything else going around them. And yeah, relying on patterns like that makes it a lot easier to kind of soak everything in, which maybe makes it more difficult because then you're not paying attention to exactly where you are, but it hopefully lets you pay attention to the patterns and learn them better. Bora here was just added in the last update too. The more jumpy they are, the less the challenge makes you combo. That makes sense, and that's a pretty good compromise too with how to balance that out. Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't remember seeing this boss, but I didn't play this a ton when I first got my hands on it, so I wasn't sure if I just missed them. That's gonna be the nice thing about making a game like this though, is that it's so modular that it's really easy, well, hopefully easy, to just kind of add additional content wherever you see fit, and you're not really pigeonholed into, you know, I guess, not being able to flesh out areas of the game that you might have wanted to. Yeah. This type of enemy design is so classic. I feel like I don't remember where this style first came about, but the monster that splits up and breaks into smaller and smaller segments, that's been around since the early retro days, and it's such a good enemy design. I feel like that's why it's one of those ones that survived the ages. Especially because it has a natural difficulty curve to it. It's like, you know, not only do you have more projectile or more things on screen to navigate around, but they're smaller, so they're harder to hit. But they're also faster, so they're harder to you know, dodge. It's good. I like that a lot. Yeah. Yep, the whole game is basically one room, so it's basically about adding content now. Assume it was. Yeah, I guess Asteroids really would have been that one, now that I think about it. I guess it's easy to kind of pass that one off since the Asteroids weren't really like an enemy, but no, that's definitely where that logic would have started, because Asteroids was so early. Nice. Ooh, I want to see the new one. Oh no. I remember this one. I think I had a hard time with this guy. Oh, I didn't notice that it gave a little sound cue when you got something. I wonder if that was me getting one of those unlockables. That's not too bad. Oh, I think that guy was already broken. There we go. This is the guy I should have been hitting. Yeah! Oh, here we go. It's not gonna happen. Oh, I wasted it. My good streak. Everything. I could have had the world. Yeah. Easy peasy. Except for that little bit of damage, but we can pretend like that didn't happen. Oh no. I guess that's the other nice thing about the charge is, since you can't shoot to the left, if you're on the right side of the screen, it gives you something to kind of still benefit from when you're not able to directly hit them. Transfusion, max health +2, and full heal. Ah, that's nice. Movement speed up. Are we talking about enemies that blow up into smaller enemies in Zelda? I mean, yeah, Zelda's done that too. Just shoot that snoo, Chris. Should be fine. Oh, I guess I never fought an enemy of that type yet. We're gonna go with level 3 because I want more karma. It's so satisfying when you get to that kind of comfort level in a game like this, where you know exactly what your collider is on the player, so you can just like slide through these narrow gaps in bullets and not take damage. It's just like, yeah, feels good. It's when you know that you're in the zone. Ooh, ow, every time. I always forget that they turn to the left. Really, that just means I should just focus on the enemies going to the left. That way it never jukes me. But I got Chris brain. It's only so much I can remember. That's okay. That wasn't that much damage anyway. Yeah. Quick, like the color palette on this boss. I do. Quick, like the color palette. Not sure I understand that one, Henry, but... Whoops, I guess I had a weird bit at the beginning. You're fine. Those little baby-sized ones do the least damage out of anything so far. Oh, that makes sense. You're the unknown. Oh, this was the first boss I fought when I started testing out this. I like this guy, though. Especially because, like, each of his parts very clearly do such different things. I always try to break his eye first, and I never get it. Or should I say, I always try to love his eye first. Oh, I think this is one of the ones that I had a hard time keeping a combo going with. Which, really, I just have to get smart about how I damage those projectiles moving from the left to the screen. Although I think the combo meter's a little more forgiving than it was before. Maybe it's the same. It's hard to tell, because it's one of those things that you're not really going to watch while you're playing. You're just going to focus on the action and kind of like see it in your peripheral. Just gotta boop in them in that eye. Just boop that about. Oh. Okay, I can do this. Yeah! Yeah! Chris Brain. 1 out of every 253 Chris's suffer from this symptom. Only cure is euthanasia, or lots and lots of video games. I'll take the second plan, please. Oh, wow. Okay, so I haven't... So the only one I haven't fought is the upper left. Oh, Chapter 3! Yes! Complete 2 chapters in a single story run. I do like the music, too. Alright, here we go. Sentinel 4X. Not today. Oh boy. Yeah, I feel like breaking the hands is the way to go. Ooh. Oh, that's problematic. Oh boy. This is fine. Oh. This is definitely the, okay. I get it. I know what I gotta do here. I feel like out of all the enemies so far, this is definitely the creepiest. It's got a, like, tinge of the uncanny going on, because it's so humanoid and yet so very not. Oh boy. Oh, a little too far. No, really, that was a lot too far, but it's okay. That wasn't so bad. Oof. Alright. This is doable. This is achievable. Yeah! Yeah, I was saying that the level's color palette, the neon colors space theme. I dig it. I'm into it. Desire, toxic heart shots, nice. 2 more panic attacks. I think I have 5 now. RNG persuader. I like those little micro objectives. I feel like those are really nice for a game like this because it sort of helps. If the player isn't already good at setting their own micro goals, it sort of gives them a little bit more direction. Also, I have not seen this guy yet. Oh boy. Oh no. But is he going to explode? Oh, he is. Oh, no. Oh, up. Oh, ah. Well. Oof. Yeah, this is gonna be a tough one. I feel almost as though those are there to punish me if I'm bad at actually hitting the boss, because it's so good at juking, but at the same time, those are probably really nice for keeping up your combo meter too. So maybe I shouldn't be shooting those things right away. Oh boy. Here we go, yeah! Oh. I like that. Oh. Oh no. Oh, what have I done? I like this too. Having these different stages within each enemy, or at least most of them seem to have about 2 forms-ish. It's cool though how you can make something feel so epic, you know, just kind of using that kind of structure in presenting one kind of form and then, you know, shifting it dramatically to something else. It's like, oh man, you know that the game is gearing up as soon as you see something like that. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. There we go. Come on, come on. I'm so close. Yes! I probably shouldn't play favorites, but this is my favorite. That was a good boss fight. I think that might be my favorite one, too. Love paint, radiant defense +2, and I get to heal. Green tetrid. Oh, wow, just a full tetrid. And I failed. Oh, I didn't get the combo. Wow. Thought I was actually doing okay in that. Resistance is futile. Love me or perish, senpai. I mean, that's kind of what's going on here. Oh, cool. Okay, so now I've at least seen each type of... or each element? Or maybe each type of enemy. There's an achievement called Sunder. Ooh. I'm gonna go level 8. I feel like do not get hurt 3 times. Okay. That's doable. I tend to get hurt about once each time. But that tells me that this is... yeah, that's about right. Oh, yeah! This is already the farthest I've gotten, so this is really cool. I'm glad I'm not totally failing at my second attempt at playing this. Whew. Okay, okay. I can see the code. Yeah. Ooh. Oh. Oh man, every time that happens I think I just died and I'm like, no, I was doing so well. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, yeah, so I want to get rid of these little Orbeez, which at least it does some total damage. Oh boy, but there's so many. Now the real question is there a max capacity, or are they infinitely spawning, and if I don't take care of them, do I kind of force myself against a wall that I can't get past? That's the ultimate question. One that I should probably not find out the hard way. Oh boy. Everything's fine, Chris. You just gotta get better, mo better. Oh. Okay. Almost. I keep wanting to glance over at the boss too, just be like, but where is they? Or where are they? Like, no, don't look away, Chris. You could see them in your peripheral. They're big enough for that. You just gotta keep juking. Yes! Do better, mo better! What's up, Betty? Thanks for jumping on the stream. Paper cut. Heart damage +1, max health +2, got two karma, and 2 orange tetrads. That's nice. That's a big boost. And I think dream fulfilled. 20,000 specs. Wow, dang. Eddie Beanie Sensei. Sensei. Thought you got it from leaving that dish of milk out on a sunny day. Ew. Complete 3 chapters. Yes. Oh boy, okay. Who will you give up this time? Is that the same text? I feel like it's not. Well, level 8 or 3 level 9s. This might be the final one, but I'm gonna go ahead and choose this one. Fear the unknown! Oh boy. Oh boy. I love this music. It feels so final boss battle. Oh, I should have used a panic. That's fine. Everything's fine. Oof. Yeah, this is a lot faster. Everything's faster. It's good. Feels right. Oh boy. Okay. Let's form 1. Oh boy. Don't go up there, Chris. That's how you get stuck and keep getting hit. There we go. Okay. This is doable. This is beatable. Oh. Well. I have 4 panic attacks. Really, I should just be using those. Oh, that slight curve, though. That slight curve. That is some tricksy. I like that you can still get some kind of rewards for using panic attacks, and that they don't. Oh man, I have no idea how that didn't kill me. The chances of success are very quickly dwindling. Oh, Such a narrow gap. That's okay. I'm just happy I made it that far. She would repair it again. She always did. Whew. Okay, absorb over 100 bullets with a single panic attack. That was nice. A new simple gift can now be found. Scissors. Oh, okay, cool. Womp womp. Above the clouds. Alright, let's do this. Mo fairies less scary, Henry. Oh man. Going back to the beginning too is like, oh, I got used to everything moving so fast, even myself. You gotta like readjust. Just to ramp right back up again. Boom. Oh. Ooh, oh, doofus Chris. Don't sit so close to them. Imagine I'll do mostly solo. And Sea of Thieves. Heart candy. Well, at least I healed. Yeah, I should check out Sea of Thieves at some point too. Eddie's mad at me that I haven't looked at it yet. It's beautiful and so much fun. Chris and I could do the two-person boat mode. There's a two-person boat mode? I mean, like, that sounds kind of nice. Eddie, I'd do two-person boat with you. Only slightly mad. Oop. I ain't scared of you. I've fought scarier things. Ew. I do like the sound design going on in this enemy. It's like the exact right amount of like gross meaty sounds. Like opening that little meat valve to spit out bullets. Yeah. Get just right, you can kind of hold that one at bay. Oh, poor perception, Chris. Oh, I see. So the earlier version of this enemy only spits out the little sentinels. Oh, man. So they only spit out the sentinels as you deal damage, unlike the later version that does it on a timed basis. That meat sound is probably my favorite. Love, paint, radiant defense. Well, at least I healed a little bit. I just got to do better, mo better in the next fight. And yeah, I'm gonna do this one. And then I can heal maybe. And then it won't have been nothing. The music does a great job setting the tone too. It's like just the right amount of like stress and tension. Oh yeah! Oh, oh. just gonna get rid of this guy while I can. Oh, he had more health than I thought he did. This is fine. Yeah. Whoop, whoop. There's that jukin. Ooh. Okay. I like this. I always really like those huge swarms of bullets. I don't know why. I guess it's just, it feels so exciting to be able to dodge through all that and still, like, deal damage and stuff. But done right, it feels so much just like, it feels cool rather than frustrating. Yeah! Yeah! Bam! Little wheels of fire. That ain't nothing. Yeah! I wonder how the difficulty curve sort of goes. It seems like it's mostly linear based on your choices. But there's a few ways that it could be working where it's like, you know, because it's segmented into 4 chapters, it could go, you know, each chapter scales in difficulty, so Battle 1 is, you know, easy, Battle 2 is medium, Battle 3 is hard. And then in Chapter 2, it could go either, you know, Chapter 4 is even more difficult than Chapter 3, or it could be kind of at the difficulty scale of, or the second battle, if that makes sense. I guess it's kind of hard to just, like, speak and not, like, draw it out on a whiteboard or something. But I'm always curious how a lot of designers build out their difficulty curves with wave-based battles like this, because it really could go so many ways, and it still generally works no matter what you do, unless it, like, starts hard and gets easier, which is always a little... I feel like I've seen at least one game try that. Most of the sounds are from 16-bit sound effects program. Hey, welcome back, Foxen. Oh, Lot. I fought the harder version of him. I just like seeing... Oh, this is the one. This is the one that gets me. I might actually die. I feel like I've never fought this guy and not taken a ton of damage. And it's not because of the fireballs, it's all about his zippy worm body. We'll see. Maybe I'm thinking of the harder version of him. Hopefully that's what I'm thinking of. Ooh. Although I do like being able to just, like, shoot various parts of his body. Or her. Its body. Ooh! Ooh! Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Oh boy. Ow. Of course I get hit by the easier thing to dodge. Just don't stay by the edges, Chris. That's how you end up really sad. Oh no. Oh. Ooh. Ooh. Oh man. Yeah. This is doable. I can survive this, probably. Fireballs aren't scary. Yeah! Saying earlier that I was getting small Loot Rascals vibe from the game. Did you ever play that game? I should actually sit down and play Loot Rascals at some point. I only ever watched someone else play it. All the worms are male due to their phallic nature. That's not how it works, Henry. In this case, it guarantees a boss level up once per chapter, but if you pick higher level, then that becomes the new minimum level with a few boundary exceptions. That makes sense. Honestly, I think that's a pretty straightforward way of doing it. Like, as a player that follows a predictable pattern that makes sense. So it's like, yeah, no, I guess I said what I meant to say. But yeah, no, I think that makes a lot of sense. I forgot about this guy. And those vertical lasers for electric balls. I think it's because the electric balls flash. It almost makes it harder for me to predict where they are. I don't know what it is about that. Like, that doesn't make any sense to me why that would be difficult. I wonder if that has something to do with just like, retention of all the things on screen. So if it's flickering, it kind of like sort of fades into the background a little bit, but not enough to actually make it hard to distinguish. Yeah, I don't know what that is. It's only on those vertical pellets. Oh, maybe it's not. I guess I'm just looking at the big one. On the plus side, definitely. Oh. I was gonna say I'm doing better this time. There we go. I'm thinking about leopard slugs again. I love the color palette on this one. Yeah, me too. Love node, heart rate, plus 1.2. Hey Chris, this game is lovely, but Sea of Thieves, man. Think of all the pirate shenanigans you could get with Eddie. Man, I haven't even looked at Sea of Thieves. Keep your AAA games out of here. We're playing indie games today. I'm gonna do this guy. I like this guy. For the next update, I'll add sound effects to the... Ooh, I should stop reading. At least I know that if I survive this, there are some perks that give you full heals. So I'm not necessarily dead no matter what I do. It's okay. This time I was playing it fast and loose. A sound effect to the ramming attack that it does catches everyone off guard. That makes sense. A sound effect would definitely, I think, help a lot in that combo over 18%. I feel like that's doable. Oh, it even shows a little mark on the meter what I need. That's actually really nice. Hey, and I got it. Yeah. I guess that shouldn't be that surprising for this being a level 2 monster. But it still feels good. Oh, he went further back than I thought he would. Oh. Ooh, boy. I didn't break the laser. Oh, boy. There we go. Oh, it needed like one more hit. I could have gotten that. Woo! Plus you can shoot Eddie out of a cannon while saying, Eddie, you're fired. I mean, like, that would be pretty satisfying. Faster charge attacks. Nice. Radiant defense +2. Also awesome. Not so bad. Cool. I guess that's one of the other things that I'm thinking about that I like about the boss design is, and I kind of already talked about this, but segmenting their bodies into multiple parts that you can break, but having that all feed into one central health pool. I like that a lot, actually, because it's like, aside from it being sort of the means of limiting, potentially, I guess with some enemies, maybe what some of their attacks are, but it's I guess it's a lot of things, really. It's a visual indication of your progress that isn't the health bar, which is really nice. It's a way of transforming the enemy and making them feel more dynamic. And in this case, like with this guy especially, it's like, well, once you take off the flower petals, there are just less parts that you can hit, which forces the player to move around more and be more careful with their shots. And that's really smart too, because it's just a natural way of increasing the difficulty curve within the battle itself. I don't know. I like that a lot. I was playing with that in a game that I was working on like 4 or 5 years ago that we never really did much with. And from a design perspective, it just opens so many doors of what you can do. Score at least 1,300 motes, and combo with 27%. Okay. I feel like that's doable. Oh, and there's a little meter up there to tell me what my my mote count is. Oh, I lost the combo. I really like these UI pieces, though, that help you know what your progress is, getting some of those unlocks. Yeah, got both of them. And done. A dream fulfilled. Monster Hugger. Burning Vengeance is the first one you made. Oh, okay, cool. That's pretty good for the first one. I feel like it in itself feels like, you know, more interesting than what, I guess, the first, like, what a generic enemy could be. Like, it's, if that was your starting point, that's a pretty good starting point. Dude, Henry, that's the best idea in game activities for Chris and I love it. Don't encourage Henry. Oh, okay, so it was loving 25 monsters. Cool. Full heal. Ah, yeah. Not that I should get reckless, but it is nice to know that if I'm terrible this round, I have redemption waiting around the corner. I probably don't use the slow or careful movement as much as I should. I guess I just, like, kind of forget about it because I stick to just kind of tapping the joystick. Yeah, I'm not falling for that trap again. Really, I think that was my old antics biting me in the butt. Because I used to just kind of hide in this corner being like, oh, well, they can't do anything back here. And they definitely could. At least this time. Alright, here we go. Laser time. Oh, still so close. It's just enough to not be able to destroy that laser. That's what I should be doing. Yeah! Defense mechanism. I wonder if that's for collecting... Oh, that's for collecting a lot of those modes? Movement speed up. I will take that. Oh, well, I guess if the movement speed gets so fast, the slow movement becomes way more useful. Followed by Round Saw and Synchron, which are the two most hated. Was Round Saw the one with the saw on the end of the tail? I like that one, actually. Level 2 or level 3 version of this guy? I'll do level 3. This is going pretty well so far. Even if I died to him last time, but that's not the point. Oh, right. They twirl. Gotta expect those curves. There we go. I don't know why I'm getting so close to it either. I really have no need for that. Ooh, nice. I wonder if it ever gets to the point where you charge so fast that you'll deal more damage by just constantly charging and attacking that way. That'd be an interesting strategy. I mean, I feel like you can only control what upgrades you get to a certain extent. That'd be an interesting thing to see.
on, yeah!
I'm looking forward to when you stream the Void Rains Upon Her Heart with Chris, with the one with Gandhi Queen, Victoria, and Space Turtles. Yeah, ooh, feather shots. I've never seen this one. We'll get back to Civilization at some point. I've been trying to pester Eddie to do that on the Sunday streams with me, so one of these Sundays when he's free. Because Sundays are, oh yeah, I like Round Saw. Round Saw's not bad. Score more than, or at least 2,600. I don't know if I can do that, but some people constantly charge. Whoa! This is nice. Oop! Could be worse. Yeah, I don't often see Round Saw in the later levels. So I kind of went into this not knowing what to expect. Aw, way to waste that charge shot. Ha! Oh, I'm not even close to getting the score I need. I assume I can kind of get there by... Oh, this is not a good place to be. Oh, boy. I wonder if it's like the combo paired with hitting things like those other breakable projectiles. Oh, oh no, it's totally the combo. Because I just got a ton of points for that. Nice. Okay, cool. I got it. Bang. Some people constantly charge attack. I added it in expecting it would not be used so much. Yeah, I mean, I feel like maybe they think that they're dealing more damage because they've played... Oh, I should have looked to see what those were. Heart rate and speed up. Nice. Feather rate up. Oh, nice. Cool. It's cool that other upgrades will feed into that. I wonder if games like Mega Man just trained some people to think that charge attacks were the optimal way to go. When, you know, I feel like to me it's kind of obvious that you're going to deal more damage with the rapid attacks, and then the charged are for when you're trying to be more careful about your attacks. Yeah, okay. I'll go for this. 2 purple tetrads, score at least 3,600. Cool. You'll give my secret code. Sea of the Void Rains. I mean, that's definitely one of those reasons, Henry, why it's exclusively indie games on Wednesdays, because indies don't get enough love already. So that's where, like, the Saturday streams are a good place for just the whatever anyone wants to watch. Oh wow, I'm so much faster now. Oh wow. Dang. Yeah, I'm burning through this so much faster. Whoop. Oh man, I'm having a hard time seeing those. I'm gonna panic. That was probably for the best. I got to a point where I was having a hard time seeing things. I think the feathers were actually distracting me more than anything. Shoot 4 extra feathers. Nice. Well, I didn't get the score, which stinks, but that's okay. It does do more DPS if you never miss with charge attacks, but the combo is risky to keep. Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Chris, your sound has been borking a bit. Eddie used the proper term. But yeah, I totally get it, Chris. Is it like the 3-star card though? Yeah. Is the audio just like cutting out, Henry? Is it because I'm being mumbly? Because I can just turn up the volume. I just don't want to blow out people's ears. I think I'm gonna stick with... Oh, okay, so you'll drop a 3... I see. I should be paying more attention to what their drops are. Sound is fine, but it'll pop and go quiet and then be fine again for a while. Yeah, that's weird. Okay. Well, I'll have to look into that. Let me know if it gets particularly bad, though, and then I can pause the stream and investigate it. But yeah, I feel like that's a pretty good compromise with the charge shots, because chances of missing are pretty high, unless you're just superhuman. Oh boy, this is so much harder. This is so much harder. Let alone, like, timing the charge shots properly can be pretty tricky, too. Whoop, whoop. Man, those feathers are so risky. It makes me want to be so much closer. But it's so dangerous. Oh. Man, I really can't get hit at all. Otherwise, it's GG. Ooh. Everything's fine. There's just a lot of fire. There we go. I wonder... Oh man, that is the combo wombo. Ooh boy. Ah. Everything is fine. Everything's great. Also, I appreciate everyone watching the stream instead of watching the Mr. Rogers stream, which apparently is going on right now. I don't know if it's still going on, but I heard that was a thing on Twitch today as like a Mr. Rogers anniversary. Which is fine. It's like when they streamed the whole series of the original Power Rangers. Oh, that was not a good place to sit. Oh, I don't know why I thought that was a good idea. So close. Chris is my neighbor. Thanks, Henry. Come on, I'm so close. Ah! Ooh. Yeah, it's been doing it to me too, though. I thought it was my headset. It happens on other folks' streams too. Interesting. It could be a balancing thing with the game audio versus the voice, but fully heal after every battle! Oh, including this battle! That's a good card. Dang, I'm glad I went here. Oh, hey, Jen. The whole crew's here. Except for Nathan, he doesn't count. God card. That really is. That's good. They really love me. Receive 2 3-star wonderful gifts in a single story run. A new bonus gift can now be found. Triple Wish. Oh, man. You get to see your man thread the needle in this game. Ah, funny joke. I'm not going to go to the Sandrome. We're going to go... You know what? I'm kind of curious to see what level 7 version of Glacia is. Don't use any panic attacks or focus. I could do that. I kind of don't do that anyway. Because I'm not so good at doing that. Yeah. Easy peasy. Oh boy, that was tight. I can't even look at anything else. There we go. Woof. Oh, I failed. Dang it. That would have been another 3-star card too. I panicked. I actually didn't think about it at the time. Oh boy. Oh no. Well, at least I'll heal, so I got that going for me. Oh, shoot. Oh no. Everything was going so well. Dang. I'm in the other room so I can hear the lag. Nathan never counts. Man, that was sad. That was such a good run too. Except for 3 heartbreaks in story mode. Oh, a new story is available. Ooh. This heart doesn't seem quite right. I think I'm gonna check that out because I'm curious. Oh, you get that new triple wish card immediately after unlocking it. That would have been cool, but oof. Alright, let's see what this mode is. I haven't seen this yet. This is the story of a young Zaradan woman. She lived in a cave far away from anyone.
Zaradan are supposed to have wings. Her wings are defective. Her eyes are defective. Her heart? Defective. No, this thing is a monster in disguise.
She had lived in the cave for far too long. The monsters became too much for her. Her heart was torn to pieces. The void had come to take her. She had given up. She was ready to surrender. But then she saw something miraculous. A wave of radiant light pulsated through the void. The void disintegrated right before her.
That fool rejected the ultimate gift.
She had experienced a new feeling. It was unlike anything she had ever felt before. Her heart began to repair itself. It was love. But it was too much for her alone. She just had to share it with all the monsters.
Why would they want her defective love?
Chapter 1, Vitreous Ocean. Oh man, it's a whole different world. Okay, so I'll recover 50% health, combo over 30%. Young Zaradan, this unit has detected unusually high levels of stress from your heartbeat. This unit is programmed to provide assistance. Would you like any assistance? This unit is awaiting a response. Oh, are you talking to me? That is correct. I am looking for someone, I think. Have you seen another Zaradan around here? This unit has not seen another Zaradan today. However, this unit has seen many Zaradan before. This unit may be able to assist in searching for the requested Zaradan. Suggestion: describe the color of the Zaradan's hair and skin. Let's see, her hair was... Oh, her hair was red? Her skin was a red-looking color? Scans have detected an abnormality in the eyes of this young Zaradan. I can't see colors. This unit would like to apologize. Perhaps this unit can assist in some other way. Well, the other day I was hiding from one of those monsters. I thought it was going to find me. Then my heart just started shooting a bunch of nonsense at it. Then she stopped trying to kill me and gave me something. She just wanted me to be around all day after that. But the next day she was gone. I can't seem to remember what she gave me. Can you explain what that was? This unit has acquired information to assist you. This unit has determined that you have just experienced love. So that's what that is. The mechanism by which the monsters in Zaradan forget each other is... the mechanism by which the monsters in Zaradan forget each other is unknown to this unit. However, loving the forgetful monsters seems like a better alternative to living in fear of them. Suggestion: continue loving the monsters. That's a good idea. This unit has detected some particularities with your heart. Your love bullets are of the void element. However, if you charge by holding X, then the resulting bullet will be of the radiant element. All monsters have weaknesses and resistances to certain love elements. Example, most Vitriol monsters are resistant to the void love, but they are vulnerable to radiant love. Suggestion, use the appropriate ability in order to love the monster in an effective manner. Thank you so much, Love Robot. I was a little afraid to talk to you at first, but now I'm glad I did. This unit is feeling immense joy for the young Zeraden. I'll pass that feeling on to the monsters. Oh boy. Okay, this is a whole different beast. So I guess, really I need to just focus on charge shots for now. But I imagine there's going to be some enemies that are weaker to void. Oh, but yeah, that's going to be tough with the combo. Ooh. Yeah, I mean, I guess I could ride it out the long way. I appreciate that the robot is teaching you, Love. It is pretty fantastic. Yeah, I guess I'll write it out. I mean, I'm already so close to hitting that 30% mark. I guess it's not so bad, though. Yeah! This is kind of a fun way of switching up the challenges, though. I like the change of mechanics. Love robots in space. Especially because it's like, it's the same core mechanics, but it's switching up what you are familiar with. Or maybe what your behaviors were. Faster charge attacks, I will need that. Double time, heart rate and speed up, and recover. Nice. I like that this meta mechanic persists between both modes too. I feel like that's really nice because it encourages you to kind of explore both sides. Otherwise, I feel like players would just kind of stick to one until they kind of max out on it. Well, I got the combo with that one. That wasn't so bad. Just gonna scoot over here. And go over here. Yeah. Can't stop me now. There's a new cutscene coming for this chapter or character soon, but check the cards you will have in your attributes after this fight. Check the cards you have in your in your attributes. Okay. Green Tetrad. Loved the monster. Did not panic. Cool. Attributes. There we go. Oh, okay. So we have defect. Oh, here we go. Defect will fully heal after every battle. Oh. That's kind of nice. That's super nice, actually. That's a good compromise, too, for the more narrow challenges. Text, charge attacks. I like this stat screen, too. It's nice being able to get a full readout of where everything is. Especially because a lot of that kind of gets lost in the cards if you're not really paying attention. All damage plus 3%. Nice. Hey, Edis! Thank you for jumping on the stream. Hey, Variels. Do you two know each other in, like, indie dev circles? Because that's kind of cool. I guess that's the nature of indie devs and social media too. This is really fun, actually, using the charged strategy. Especially since you can charge so fast, too. It's like, it makes it feel more natural. Yeah! Good game to watch while working on bosses. Mostly on Twitter. Yeah, I like everything that Idas has on Twitter. I haven't gotten a chance to play this game yet, but I plan on binging in the weekend. Don't forget to throw your Discord link in the description. It should be in there now. I mean, like, if people want to hang out in our little Discord channel, it's welcome for anyone. But thanks, Henry, for being my hype man. Yeah, we'll go with this guy. I'm feeling confident. Oh! Ow, man, that dash really hurt. So I wonder if this character has less defense then. Maybe that attack just always deals a lot of damage, though. Oh, no! Oh, that dash is so quick. Yeah, it is pretty tough to anticipate that. I like that mode, though. I'm gonna do that again. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't upset that I never see Ita on Game Devs Play Games. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I was definitely planning on giving Ida some love on GDPG, but yeah, that was a hard choice to come to, and definitely was. It was one of those ones too, where it was like we revisit that discussion every single year, and we'd kind of weigh out our options, and it finally got to the point where the rest of the team was just like, "Chris, we got to move on," but. I'm happy that I'm at least doing the Twitch thing now, and I'm having a lot of fun with Twitch. It just means I don't have as big of a platform to help showcase some indie games as I did before. But we'll get there. I'm hoping to get to a place where I can help give bigger and better shoutouts. And obviously play games and you know, get people hyped for stuff. Yeah, satisfying. Ganbate! I see it now. Good, may our evil spread through the galaxy. Thanks, Henry. Warm paint, burn defense +2, and 2 karma. Nice. Excuse me. Oh, I should have looked at the criteria. This guy's not so bad, though. I'll be fine. Man, I got spoiled by that quick charge. That was nice when I had it. Yeah, that pop always happens on the battle results screen. Huh. Oh, weird. Yeah, because it's not coming across in the audio that I hear. I don't understand how it would even interact with the other audio interface, though. So that's super weird. I've seen some odd stuff like that happen before, like it could be an audio driver thing. Yeah, that's weird. Huh. Yeah, I hear that pop too. Yeah, I'll have to look into that in the in the archive of the stream, because I'm curious to see what's going on with that too. But that's the first time I've heard people say that it was happening, so I don't know. That's weird. I watched quite a bit of Monster Hunter the other day. Good stuff. Still sending you a code, of course. Yeah! I mean, like, I would buy your game no matter what, because it looks beautiful. That pixel art, that's good stuff. Hope that didn't get picked up on the mic too bad. But I'm excited to check out Ita's. Let's see, combo over 27%, combo over 38%. Alright, well I guess we go whammy blammy. Whoa! Are these different? Oh, maybe I just didn't notice the... Probably just didn't notice the bullets before because I'm so focused on the charge shot. Give me that combo! Give me that combo! Oh, I missed it. Oh, I thought I was doing okay. We'll go the old-fashioned route because I want to get those cards. Ooh, no. Oh, there goes all my hopes and dreams. I can still get the other card, though. Oh, well, womp womp. No luck for Chris. Yeah, I guess really I did have to use the charge shots there if I wanted to hope to get that combo. Just, well, there's probably... If I were smarter about my positioning with that attack, I could have kept that combo going, but you learn the hard way. Womp womp. So you another dev, Itas, I'd love to check your stuff out. Yeah! I think I might have it Twitch set up to not let URLs happen. But you should at least share your Twitter handle in the chat if it does block links. I might be able to allow links though. I have the auto mod that I can just click, so I don't know. Oh, thanks for following me, Jen. Oh, whoa. This is a different arrangement. Oh, man. I like these guys. The different formations do a good job at switching things up. Especially because they're all using their same mechanics all in different ways. There we go. Oh! Having flashbacks to Sonic 3 over here. Oh. Yeah, I can't damage them when they're busted like that. Huh? Yeah! Oh boy. There we go. Oh, that's not gonna work. Oh boy. Run away. Just nudge that little joystick. There we go. Everything is going well. Oh, ah, ee, ooh, ooh. There we go. It ain't nothing. So Chris, any hardships with this game being colorblind? Now that we have a dev of the game here, it'd be good to mention them. Actually, no, I haven't had any issues with colorblindness in this. I mean, and that's because color doesn't indicate much other than maybe what element they are. Which, I guess if it matters, like, that middle row, and yeah, that middle row I probably wouldn't be able to distinguish, and then the green one, I think that's green, up in the upper left. But so far it only seems to matter between Void and Radiant, so I think it hasn't been difficult so far. And even then, in this mode it really just seems like charge shots are the way to go. Oh! Ow. Colorblindness is definitely a hard thing to accommodate, though. Like, that's one of those things where it's like, usually you have to have it in mind from the very beginning. Otherwise, you know, doing a full color palette swap that's a lot of work. Of course, in games that are very color reliant for its core mechanics, that's when I'd be like, well, maybe it would be worth it to spend the extra work. But, you know, especially in the indie space, that's a lot of extra time for, you know, work that might not actually pay off. So I'm less critical of that. I'm mostly critical in that of colorblind friendliness in AAA titles, because it's like, man, you guys probably had the budget. You should have done better. Ooh. Yeah. Oh. Oh. So close. Oh no. Oh boy. Oh no. Oof. Yeah. Oh, that death wail is actually kind of sad. Like, it sounds like she's screaming. Internet is having a stroke, so I gotta jump, but pretty sure the last several minutes got cut for me. Aw, well, thank you for hopping in, Edis. It was fun having you for the little bit. The color triangles are all just different money for the types of gift and monster menus. Okay, that's what I thought. So, yeah, it's... I don't think the color really is a problem at all in that case. Yeah, I mean, this guy's gonna give me the most gifts. And potentially a 3-star. Do not get hurt twice. No promises. If the last fight was any indication. Ooh, but I am threading that needle. Yeah, I think getting those combos are probably best done early before things get more difficult, now that I think about it. There it is. Oh. Oh, no. Okay, that was only one. Oh, boy. Is this still doable? I want that 3-star. This is manageable. I can do this. I like this mode. getting tight. Oh boy, okay. Those diagonal moving ones, though, are real tricky. Yeah, it's so easy to get yourself blocked just by, like, moving in one direction when you're already a little too close to the edge. Yes! Okay, I get to see what that is. Dipping out too. Thanks for hanging out, Jen! Suture. Max health +6. Nice. Oh, but no heal. Does that mean I lose my heal ability? Blue Tetrid, 3 panic attacks. That's pretty good. Chapter 3. In my dreams. Oh. I have at least 7 panic attacks at once in story mode. Yes. A new wonderful gift can now be found. Phobia. Oh boy. Who should I fight? I'm looking at... Oh, I see. There's a difference between diamonds and stars. I'm gonna fight... I'm gonna fight Blot. Just because I will probably die if I fight the worm. Actually be better to do. Can't tell if it's better or worse to use the rapid fire for this guy. Certainly not bad though. Yeah, I feel like I'm doing a lot more damage doing the rapid fire. Ooh boy. Yeah. Oh, that's right. I forgot about this phase. It quickly turns into a hailstorm. At the very least, the compromise is that all the bullets move a lot slower in this boss than they do in some of the others, which I think is a pretty fair compromise. It just means you gotta be careful, which means I should probably use the slow-moving ability. That's really what I should have been using this whole time for these things. Oh boy, oh yeah. Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. Oh, except I don't think I'm even hitting him right now. Oh, dang it. Oh, dang it. There we go. That made it a little bit easier. Oh man, it's so tight. Oh no. Oh. Although that might have been worth it, because now at least I'm on the other side of this, so I might be able to finish him out. Yes! Oof! Oh, hey! Hey, thanks for following, Manic Otto. Okay, 2 blue tetrads, longer panic attacks. Oh, that's kind of nice. And I get another panic attack. Nice. Oh, this guy was 2 different types. Okay, let's see. You'll give me a 2-star. You'll always give me a 2-star. Let's see what this is. Combo over 32% of the boss bar. Yeah, I mean, worth a shot. Oh, it's so fast! Oh no! Oh no! Everything's fine. This'll be okay. Oh goodness. Oof. I don't think I'm gonna get that 2-star. Oh no. Oh, that's right. This guy has that dash. And I just need to pay more attention because I feel like he starts twirling before he does the dash. Although I have so many panic attacks, I really should just use them. Oh no! Manicadu is probably who sent you the game key for this. Ah, okay. She would repair it again. She always did. Dang. Let's give normal mode a spin again. Thanks, Henry. I will use my love. Okay, score at least 2,400. I can do that. No more love. Oh, Henry, no. Not like this. Alright, just remember, Chris, they always turn toward the left. Gotta not get juked by that. Whoa! Ha! Yeah! Gotta wreck up that combo, though. Yeah, now that other mode's got me in the habit of using the charge shot more than I thought it would. Although this boss definitely is kinda incentivizes using charge shots a little bit more than some of the others, I suppose. Oh, I don't think I'm gonna get that score though. Dang. Oh wow, I did. Let me love you. Oh, now the suture is in this? Maybe it was always there and it was just one of the cards. Toxic heart shots, nice. Not this time. I probably should have looked to see what the criteria was if there was anything to unlock, but I don't think there was. The more I think about it, the more I really like that UI display of what you need in order to unlock cards. It's so nice because even if you somehow miss it in that card screen, it like double reinforces it mid-combat. It's like, well, you probably shouldn't be staring at the UI mid-combat anyway, but at least that info is there in case you really need it. That's good. Oh man. Yeah, I guess I could just like sit here if I want to retain that combo. Yeah. I feel so warm. Blood flow. Heart speed up, heart damage plus 0.0 or 0.5. Nice. And round saw. Cool. Easy peasy. I like this guy. I feel like he's definitely one of the more interesting ones. Plus, it's so strangely more satisfying to break his parts, and I don't know why. Maybe it's something to do with him being like a worm in segments, but also just such like that eye, it's like begging to get shot. It's so tantalizing. This is a poorly. Giant saw break. Whoa. Yeah, I mean, I guess the smart thing really would be to break the saw first, because it takes up so much space. I don't know why I don't do that. I guess I just like keep thinking that taking out the eye would be the smarter thing, but it really isn't. Ooh, that was narrow. I like the combo system being based on the health bar damage while not taking damage, and not based on hitting fast. Wait, it is timed. Yeah, I mean it's both, I think, Henry, where zap defense +2. Nice. It's if you get hit, your combo's automatically lost, but if you don't shoot a target within a certain period of time, it'll reduce too. Or maybe it is only timed, but it's definitely felt like it was going. Well, I guess if you're getting hit, you're probably bad at hitting things anyway. Okay, we could do Sentinel. I'm gonna do this because I like this. I'll probably survive better against this boss, actually. Oh, I haven't talked much about the background. Oh, wow, of course. As soon as I get distracted by background art is when I get hit. But the background art is pretty nice, too. It gives this constant feeling of motion, which, like, adds a lot to the general intensity of the game. And, like, the music works in parallel with that. But it's pretty tough to get a good background that isn't also, like, super detailed and really distracting. Like, there's a nice balance of, you know, there's enough detail to kind of give you some flavor, but not so much to get, you know, super distracting. And that's definitely something that a lot of bullet hells suffer from. But it feels cool. It feels very, like, it's got a clear, like, tone and environmental kind of feel. Do you have any upgrades that extends the time before combos lost? Oh, that would be a pretty nice one. I feel like that's one of those cases, though, where it's like, it's not useful, that's not like a super desirable upgrade unless that's exactly what you're going for. Which I guess you'd be able to preemptively choose based on what you see. I'm gonna go and fight this guy. Combo 21% of the boss bar. That's pretty doable. Oh, it moves, it moves. Oh, that laser, though. Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of this guy. Oh, no. Oh, boy. I need to plan these attacks a little bit better. There we go. That's better. I can dodge these guys. Of course, he's gonna poop out another one at some point, probably. And I'm gonna deeply regret my choices. There we go. I like that this guy moves based on where you're shooting him too. I feel like it adds a lot of subtle challenge to this. Because I've definitely thought I had a good grip on him and just moved a tiny bit and he slipped out and hit me. Yeah. No, but there are a lot of upgrades that make it easier to hit fast bosses. Ah, I feel like that's the better compromise. Also, an idea for power-up. Have a power-up that slows down attack and damage, but then damage increases based on how much of a combo you have. So you slowly deal more damage until it's insane, but you gotta... I mean, that one would steamroll quite a bit to the point where that actually could make things too easy. So that'd be a really tough thing to balance. Radiant Heart Shots. Although, not to say that that's not something that could be played with at the same time. I don't want to, like, naysay right out of the gate. Okay. Just need to make sure that I don't get hit by that twirl attack. It's the only thing I gotta do here. Trying to watch him to see what the what sort of tells you, what the tells are, I guess. I think is the right word for it, on what starts that that spin attack. Oh, I thought that might have been it. Because it could be a position thing, it could be a like a spinning thing. Yeah! It's a pretty good one, but yeah, super hard to balance to keep noticeable. Yeah, yeah. Balancing would be tricky. I feel the rate of fire would balanced it due to harder hitting enemy without a bullet stream. Puncture, shoot hearts while charging. Oh, that's awesome! Wow. It's definitely one of those ones that I would not have thought of as an idea. Constant bullet. That makes sense. Let's see. I guess I could go fight this again, get a 2 and a 1 star. Don't use panic attacks. I could do that. Oh, right, this isn't the same enemy I just fought. This is... Oh, I see. So it doesn't shoot as fast. So it's like a slowed rate of fire while I'm charging. That's a good compromise, because otherwise you would basically double your DPS, which would be a little extreme. I mean, it is a 3-star, so I guess, like, it wouldn't be super inappropriate, but yeah, it'd be pretty powerful. I still really like this, though, because I feel like it already is a bit of a game changer. Nice. Yeah, that was good. Next update might have if I finish the card drawings, 2 new cards that incentivize using focus. Increases rate of fire and charge speed while in focus. I like that a lot too, because as it is, I mostly just forget that focus exists until I regret not using it. But I think having cards that help incentivize it would be smart, because then it sort of like makes it that much more present in the player's mind. Electric heart shots. Nice. Okay, so I can get 2 stars from him. 34. I forgot to close my email. I hope that notification isn't too loud. If it's even getting picked up at all. Ooh. I'm ready for your phase 2 this time. Oh, this is really nice too, because it helps me keep up my combo while I'm charging. Because that's the one reason I stop using combos, charge, just because chances of keeping up my combo are so slim. Which, you know, I think is not necessarily a bad compromise. Boy. Oh, no. Whew. I want to get water, don't want to miss stuff. The struggle is real. Also, 3-star auto panic attack. Oh, that'd be nice. So when you get hit, it just panics and nullifies damage. Basically, panics become shields. Ooh, that could be tough too, because players like me just save all their panic attacks. So if I were to get that, it's like, oh, well, if I have 9 panic attacks just sitting idle, I could take a lot of free hits. Shoot an extra heart. Ooh. Oh, and I didn't get the score. Dang it. That's okay. Okay, let's see. I could go for that 3-star. I feel like this is a more achievable 3-star. But this will give me a 2 and a 3-star. Well, let's see what the criteria is. Don't use panic attacks. I can definitely do that. Don't use panic attacks. I can also definitely do that. I get +2 panic attacks there. Alright, I'm gonna go with this. I feel like... Oh man, this is nice. Oh, this is such a good combo. Ow. Oop. Man, I'm not good at dodging this time, though. Oof. That was quick, though. That's nice. Panic attacks deal +50 damage. Nice. +10 panic attacks. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, I mean, onward to the final boss battle. That one is weak to shock. Oh, okay. Too much panic. Oh boy. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and choose the one that I might be able to beat. On the plus side, I got all the panic attacks. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, I'm going through this quick. This is good. I think it's gonna happen this time. Whoa! Yeah, this is awesome! Oh, he's hiding behind the smoke or cloud.
Yes! Yes! Bring an umbrella!
I got that Wumbo run. That seriously was the ultimate Wumbo run. Lovely score. RNG Dominator. Yeah! That Karma dough. Yeah. 4 chapters clear. There was no warmth. There was no love. There was nothing. The void had come for her once again.
She should have surrendered to the void. There would be no more pain, no more existence as such a horrid creature.
But she refused. She had gained so much love. Her heart began to glow. All the love could not be contained. Her heart grew brighter. The darkness was being pushed away. Love erupted brilliantly from her heart. The entirety of the void was illuminated. The void was completely filled with love. A filled void cannot exist. It was completely erased away. She could finally go outside again. She could feel the grass again. She could see the flowers again. She could feel loved again. But it was only temporary. The monsters would forget her by morning. They always did. The void would come back for her. It always did. But she would continue trying. She would not give up. She will find a way out. Bittersweet, but all the more reason to play the other mode. Spongy Wumbo-y. Some spongy Wombology. Defeat the void has her heart in story mode. Yes! Ah, and a new lovely gift. Leave the story mode and the... Oh, yeah, now I can see the heavy rain mode. I'm gonna do that. I'm curious. I like the, I didn't notice this, probably because I wasn't paying attention, but I like the percentile. It's really nice for games like this where it's like, there's a lot of things to unlock. Oh, monsters start at level 4. Ooh. That's cool. I like that. That's a good way of having a hard mode, because it still has a pretty clear benefit. Yeah, I'll go ahead and do this. Oh, that little side piece. Yeah, this is a lot tougher with the... Basically just... Oh boy. Just having those little, like, fireballs have their orbiting fireballs are just sticking out, I think, a little bit further. And that makes a world of a difference. Because now there's no, like, natural gap between them. It's crazy how such a minor difference in games like this can make something dramatically more difficult. And it's just like, it's just spacing. That's all it is. Yes! The difficulty level was so simple to add. Just, okay, now they start at level 4 and everything else is almost the same. And it works so fluidly, right? Because it's like, well, now I can get more karma faster. So, like, me as a player, like, I have incentive to do that. And the rewards are just better in general. So it's like, yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh no! For some reason I thought that was one of the ones that I'd already shot off. Whoop. Oh boy. Oh. I did a thing. Oh boy. Yeah, it is pretty tough though, since I don't have any real upgrades yet. Man, the damage comes slowly. Oh, I was just paying poor attention. The only other difference is the first stage bosses don't start with level 4 HP, so it's not too crazy. Yeah, that's pretty smart. Oh yeah, what's this? Radiate any monster card. Oh, right, this is a whole thing I have not been doing. Oh, and I haven't even seen all the monsters yet. Let's look at... Here, let's see what happens. Radiate this card using... Oh, okay, yeah, just those. Oh, okay, so I basically just get to see its details. Oh, I should have been doing this the whole time. Oh, cool, and it shows you your stats on how fast you've beaten it. Oh, that's kind of cool. No bombs, no hope. It's true. Truer words have never been spoken. Oh, cool. Oh, it'll also be available for quick play. Oh, and you can even radiate right from the menu. Oh, that's kind of nice. Ah, that's satisfying. Oh yeah, actually I am curious about this. This machine will not let anyone pass unless they tell her that they love her. The problem is she never believes it. That is always the problem. Okay. Oh yeah, okay, so... Yeah, weak to electric, strong against void. Cool. So really you just have to be cognizant about those stats when you're choosing which monster you're fighting. Ooh. Aw, man. I could have gotten this. That's what I get for getting that is a word for it. Oh, there we go. Oh, and quick play mode is available. Oh, that makes sense. So that's what the other mode is. Ah, okay, cool. Young Zaradan, it seems some of the monsters have prepared a game for you. A game? Of what kind? It's called Quick Play. It sounds like fun. How do I play? This unit will now explain Quick Play. In Quick Play, you can love any monster whenever you want, provided you have radiated their card. You can also use radiated gifts to help you love them. Get high scores from monsters to earn medals and level up. As you level up, you will be able to equip more gifts for each battle. This unit is detecting an error in your expression. They want me to love them all over again? Error resolved. Tears of joy detected. Hey, little robot. I love you. Suggestion, give this unit a hug. Aww. You got it. Gung-ho, thank you. I don't know why I forget words sometimes. Oh, okay, so I can radiate these too. Ah. Oh boy. This is definitely a completionist's paradise of things to unlock. Yeah, this will keep me busy for a while. Cool. Yeah, let's do some quick play. Let's fight, I like this guy. Oh, I see. And so... Oh, that's cool. So you just fight them, rank them up. Lovely hearts, heart shots. Ah, oh, this is cool. Wow, this is way more in-depth than I expected out of quick play. Little robot, how exactly do I get a high score? Earn high scores by extracting as many Tetrad motes from the monster as possible. Is that what those shiny little flakes are that fall off the monsters are called? Precisely. There are 4 methods of extracting motes from a monster. However, this unit will only explain one method to ensure the information is not overwhelming. First method, a large collection of motes is extracted when a monster fully loves you. A monster will fully love you when it is defeated by your love. Suggestion, make the monster love you. I don't want to force them to love me. This unit apologizes for the wording of her suggestions. The creator of this unit has a very specific sense of humor. You have a creator? Of course. I would love to meet her. This unit is certain that your love for her will be greater than or equal to the love you have shown this unit. Unfortunately, this unit has no data on her current location. You are a lost little robot? That is correct. That's okay, little robot. I love you. This unit is fortunate to have encountered this young Zerdan. Hehehehe. Reminds you of your brother's emo band, Henry. That's kind of fun. Oh, I see. So that's basically the mote indicator of how close I am to ranking up. Yeah, this is cool for quick play though. I guess I just expected quick play to be like, you know, vanilla quick play of like, just go fight this monster and, you know, equip a couple of things and just like learn their behaviors. But this is more like an arena style where, you know, there's a whole game just in this mode, and that's nice. That's a lot of like cool polish that went into this. And it's crazy too. Just like, it's so much easier in the early levels. That it gets crazy so fast. Oh. Of course, there I am still being a doofus. Aha! Yeah! Get all the faces, punk, emo, goth, gypsy. Although, I was fond of his punk phase and terribly awesome bad songs. So many things got added in because it was convenient for testing. I mean, that's kind of nice though. I have specific monsters. I had to test specific monsters' gifts. Might as well make it a whole mode. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. That's a good utilization of the effort that you put in for dev tools too. Need to make sure stats were working properly. Might as well add some attributes. That's efficient. That's like a great example of just efficient game development. Reached rank 2. Simple gifts can now be used. Yes. Oh, cool. And this still ranks up this stuff. Oh, I see. So that's, I used up those when I radiated. That makes sense. Mini monster in quick play. A pile of hearts. Nice. Yeah, I'm curious how long development on this took. I guess you're still developing the game, but okay. Movement speed up, toxic defense, zap defense, void defense, radiant defense. It's about a year and a half now. That's pretty good, all things considered. I've made far worse things in a year and a half. Well, I've worked on things for a year and a half that never released, so. You ever get so good at your own game, just being involved with your game, that you were surprised when some folks struggle with your game? I feel like that is forever the tale of the game developer, Henry. Like, I'd be shocked if anyone ever said no to that. That's why focus testing is so important. Little robot, I'm ready to learn another way of getting motes. Very well, this unit will now explain another method of extracting motes. Second method, you can extract motes by breaking off pieces of the monster. Your love is powerful enough to break a monster's weapons and armor. Not every monster has breakable parts, but many of them do. Suggestion, look for breakable parts on each monster and break them. Does that hurt the monster? This unit cannot confirm, but it is a possibility. However, this unit has detected a correlation between the amount of broken parts and the increased levels of happiness. I think the monsters built up such defenses because they're afraid of love. They don't think they deserve any. But they all deserve love. We all deserve love. Even little robots. I love you. This unit would endure a certain amount of pain to enable this feeling of joy. Aw. Half of my dev time is making menus and scaling down boss battle difficulty. Yeah, I could definitely believe that. I guess after I beat this guy again, I'll go back to the other game mode, see if I could beat that. Still have a little bit of time. Alright, got that rank up though. Oh wow, did I rank up again? Maybe. Wow. Oh yeah, I guess these little balls might be considered its breakable parts. I didn't think about it like that. Yeah, level 11 plus is where I'm allowed to go all out. Just about to take the leap into the indie scene, do a lot of 3D. Yeah, let's send to Chris whether he likes it or not. Thanks, Henry. It's nice. It's nice to know that people still enjoy my game design commentary, even though GDPG is gone. Oh, cool. Now I can change... Well, maybe I could before, but... Okay, cool. I'm gonna go back to, the story mode. See if I can make any... Oh, wow, so I can start Heavy Rain in this, too. Quickmite and Orange Tetrid. Alright. Oh boy. Yeah, right in the eye. Bam. Yeah, I guess I'm talking a little bit less. Sorry if it's not as interesting this time around. It's just one of those types of games that require so much more focus. And like, I'm into it too, so I like want to focus. Go for this gift. Yeah. But I definitely am gonna find myself playing this game some more, whether it's on or off stream. Although I guess if folks do want me to play more, I could always do that on the Sunday stream too. There's just so many indie games. So many good games out there. Oh, are you taking off, Henry? Well, thanks for hanging out. Yeah. We feel so loved. Panic attack plus 50 damage. Yeah, I know what I'm gonna be saving up. Okay, well this is the obvious choice. Don't get hurt 3 times, and don't get hurt 3 times. Well, I have one job. It's more of a matter of, can I do it? And so far, so good-ish. I guess this isn't even really at the, like, risky business stage. Alright, I'll draw you a little bit closer over here. And I'm gonna juke around you there. And shoot this guy for a little while. Oh! Okay, well that was one. Bam! It could have been worse. For defense +2, heal 25, heart rate 1.2, and green tetrads. Yeah. Sweet, sweet, delicious tetrads. The darkness. Yeah, we'll go with this guy. Boop. Just gonna sneak on over here and boop you in the eye a little bit. I don't really know why I tried to shoot that one above me. I've made poor choices. So close. Yeah, there we go. I tried to hurt you, I'm sorry. Toxic heart shots. Nice. Alright, so you'll give me a 2-star. Oh, wow, I didn't realize that all these stats were actually on the cards to begin with. I mean, until I radiated them. Yeah, I'll go with you. Oh, right. Oh, yeah, I guess that... I didn't realize that that changes how my attacks work with the elements. Yeah, because now he's not... Well, maybe she is still dealing void and also... Oh... I think this is still faster. Oop. I don't trust that. I feel like... Oh no, that's nothing. I guess it just blocks her from getting hit. Yeah! Aw, she even gets a crack down her eye. Reflection, shoot hearts behind you. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that makes a pretty big difference. Okay. Well, you guys will give me a 2-star also. You're weak against lightning. Strong against void. You use radiant. I think that's how I'm reading this. I guess I could... Okay, yeah. Yeah, I guess I'll go with these guys. Oh, ah. Ooh. Okay, so I don't do charge shots behind me, but that makes sense. I feel like the bonus shots generally are a little bit less frequent, which is good, because otherwise they'd probably get a little too overpowered. Oh! But at least... Okay, so it still shoots pretty quick, or at the same fire rate, it's just a difference of charge shots. That and I guess it attacks with a different attack type, so it must be whatever the character's default is. That's kind of cool. It sort of allows me to have multiple types of attacks. Bam! One thing I still have to add is reflection that will affect the charge shots too. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, either way, I feel like it still has a pretty positive effect. Charge shots would be nice, but it's like, well, then it's, well, I guess really it wouldn't change things too dramatically. It's not like doubling up on charge shots, which would just be crazy. So most enemies aren't going to take up enough space to do that. It makes it really useful against the worms, though. That would be nice. Smaller panic attacks, plus 5 panic attacks, or plus 5 panics. So is it a smaller radius? Okay, let's see. So you've got a 3-star. Combo over 38% of the boss bar. That's pretty tough. Although with her, that's not so bad. We have 2 locked ones here. I might go for this one. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Although I guess she's strong against toxic, so maybe that was a poor choice, but... yeah, we'll see how it goes. Oh, did I lose the... oh, there's the combo arrows. Oh no, that combo meter! And then much sadness was had. Oh no. Whoa. Oh no. I may not be able to get that 3-star. If I get hit one more time, it's donezo. Oh, you can keep panic combos through panic attacks. That's good to know. Ooh. So close. Come on. Yes, got it. Oof. Okay, yeah, that's good to know about the panics. That makes, that definitely is a pretty huge incentive for me to actually be better about using them. 2 charge attack levels. Wow. Oh, 2 charge attack, yeah, okay, cool. Okay, let's see. Get a 2-star, we could get 2-star and a 1-star. Yeah, let's go with this guy. Oof, I've made poor choices. Oh, I wasn't paying attention there. Okay, well, I think I'm gonna call the stream here. This was an absolute delight, though. Thank you so much for sending this game. And I'm definitely gonna keep playing this at the very least, because it gets me right in the completionist, wanting to like find every nook and cranny and see all the unlocks. But this was a very good experience, and it's a great example of like good game feel. Like, being able to control that character to the fidelity that you can. Like, that's really, really good. But yeah, and thanks for hanging out in the stream. For anyone watching the archive of the stream, please check out The Void Rains Upon Her Heart, because it is a good experience. And I'll be sure to give a shout if I stream some more of this, because I might. But cool, yeah, thank you. Bye.